Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. It's up Maxim again, and we have got the new Eternal Land starting for the higher servers, the newer servers 1351 to 1800. With that being said, I want to talk about the most important things that your server or your alliance should do or has to do, in my opinion, if you want to be successful in the Eternal Land. And also, very importantly, things that you can or actually should do before the Eternal Land even starts itself. So let's go and let's talk about this. So you might actually hear some of these things I might have already said in some of my previous videos that I made like months and months ago, and I'm gonna be repeating myself a little bit with some new, new insights into these things and so on. And I'm going to show you, or well, talk about the very real repercussions of what's gonna happen if you don't do that. So yeah, anyway, so let's talk about the first thing. So the first thing, even more important than diplomacy, which is gonna be the second thing, the very first thing, which is super important, is that you should go and you should make a super alliance for the Eternal Land, because as we saw before, or as you saw before, if you look at my videos from inside the Eternal Land, there's a lot of the things are alliance. A lot of the objectives are alliance based, not really Warzone based, and your server is going to have its own starting space where all the alliances from your server who are going to be eligible to go in there, I'm not entirely sure what the criteria for that are anymore, are going to be. It is very possible that there can be some extremely strong servers where more than one alliance is going to be fully able to fight the whole time. I can imagine that, like in this case, in this screenshot, let's imagine we are 562. You can have two strong alliances which are gonna go can I actually, I cannot edit this. Okay, I'm gonna try to edit this. Okay, apparently I cannot edit this, but anyway. So the thing is that in the first one you've got 4 gates, so you theoretically can have more than one alliance if you're a very strong like server. And this map is of course like the older one. I use it because it's more simple to orient in, and so it's just cleaner, let's say. I'm going to be adding some more maps over the time and some more information to the new Eternal Land info channel that I made, which I'm gonna be like trying to build with the things that are in the order that you need to have them to get them. So let's continue. What I was saying is that you can theoretically have like one alliance going this way, for instance, like going and you can have one going directly there and the other one going to take over the zone of the other server, and then you can have, for instance, one fighting for Eternal City and one going down like to the 574, 573. Theoretically, it can happen, but I think it's very unlikely. And some of the rewards, which actually, I don't have the screenshots here right now, but you will see that when you're inside, or if you go and check my other videos from the past, some of these, or actually I can go and scroll, So some of these, as you can see here, are Warzone specific. So even if you're in the other alliance in your Warzone, you're going to get these automatically. But some of them are very alliance centric. You have to be in the alliance who gets it. And what you can do afterwards, of course, is that you can have people rotate. So that's the thing. You make one alliance where you have all the strongest people, all the most active people, and then after the thing ends, you've got like 3 days to claim the rewards in the reward stage, and the people can like move out after they claim their rewards, and the other people from the other alliances can move in to claim this stuff, and it's pretty nice. Okay, so everyone in the server can actually claim, or the most important people, let's say, or the active players in the server can claim these alliance rewards during the rewards stage. What is going to happen if you don't do this is the thing that's gonna tie into the second thing, which is actually even more important than the first thing. Okay, I had to like talk about this before I really go into it. So what's otherwise gonna happen is that your friend the second thing, which is actually more important, is you have to deal with your server's drama. Okay, You have to deal with your server's drama. Otherwise, your battle reports are gonna look something like this. Not like this. This will be people from the other servers. But if we scroll far enough, we will go to the reason why I actually didn't fully participate in this Eternal End again. Because we had the other alliance, instead of like talking about who wants to merge and stuff and like that, they actually went and they ambushed and demolished the second strongest alliance on the server right before the Eternal End was starting. Actually, it was during the Eternal End preparation, which is, like beyond me, okay? So that's one thing. And in the past one, if you go and if you look at my previous videos from the previous Eternal Ends, you can actually see that there was one where we were like sort of doing it properly, and then there was another one we were sort of doing it properly, and then half of our server decided to leave this super alliance we made and attack the other half. So that was I have basically never participated in an Eternal End properly. I only had one proper Eternal End so far, and it was my alt account, and I wasn't trying that hard because it was my alt account. So, yeah. With that being said, you should sort of choose the strongest alliance, because it prevents that drama from happening that much. B, you should choose the alliance which is the most alliance tech, so that you get the most, so you obviously get the most benefit from having that alliance. And another thing is that you sort of need to have enough mechanical masters, okay? You definitely, absolutely need to have them, because of the way that the Eternal End works. There is multiple different like tokens and stuff. I'll talk about that in some other video, or you will probably know that already if you ever did Eternal End, or if you look at the thing. You have to gather these things, which I cannot show you right now because I'm not in Eternal End, and it's like the resource for your alliance to build stuff inside it. And to get them, you actually have, one of the main ways to get it is for your alliance to be gathering inside your power zone, let's say, or your influence zone in your territory. So for that, because you've got limited amounts of those nodes, of course, you need your mechanical masters so that they make the barns and they make the oil rigs and they make the gold minings as well. Actually, like Eternal End is one of the rare instances where gold mining is actually pretty good. Gold mines, okay? So, because if you're you can actually go, as I said, like go into check the later videos, and you will see that basically even if you're winning or you're like one of the three like strongest servers, if you get betrayed by your server, or if there is drama and you never forge this super alliance, you are going to get beaten severely by other servers who do that. And that ties into the other thing, the second thing, which is the diplomacy. So usually, or like what happened in the one Eternal End that my server actually won, or half won, we got one of those two. There is two of those objectives which give you the 10 big tokens, so to speak. We actually had like the whole half, make an alliance, okay? So we had there was actually one stronger server on the other side, but our whole side made an alliance, and then I think there was like a semi-alliance with another server, so basically we're like 5 versus 3 ganged up on, or it was 1-on-1 sort of, or 2-on-1 sort of, and the other servers were just like chilling in their starting zones and letting the other people take stuff. So this diplomacy is very important as well. I talked about that before. But now I believe that your intra-server, like your inside your server, is even way more important, okay? As I say, it's incredibly important that you solve your drama on your server before this thing starts, and you do get the people moved into a one strong alliance, okay? It's very important. I repeat this like 5th time this video, and that's really how strong I believe that this thing is that important. So yeah, diplomacy, kind of important as well. Go and contact the leaders of the other servers. Try to ally the people from your half, so to speak, because it's usually gonna be one half fighting the other half. Or maybe you think you are strong enough to just fight these people, or you don't want to be bored. That's the drawback of the diplomacy. You pretty much have nothing to do half the Eternal Land. Okay, you don't have anyone to fight unless you want to fight just to get like the points. And there is actually some extra. There is a new currency now for fighting inside the neutral things, which also include the arcs, which are not on this map, but they are like where the bonus zones are. They're actually inside the bonus zones, in the middle of them. But I haven't actually participated in any arcs, so I don't want to talk about them much because I don't really understand them that much, okay? But yeah, it's something that you can do, and yeah, even if your like server isn't really that, you can just sort of fight for that, even if you're like, for instance, at peace with the other servers in the first half, because the gates open over time, and they let you go towards the middle over time, over many days. And I actually think that I completely forgot what the third thing was that I wanted to say, so that's not great, okay? The first thing I talked about, solve your drama. Second thing, do the diplomacy. And okay, the third thing, I remember now. The third thing is that the way that you build inside Eternal Land is by going into the Alliance territory, and then you have the infrastructure here, or like there's like a separate tab there for Eternal Land. And only rank 4s can do that by default, which in a normal alliance is going to mean that it's gonna look something. It's gonna look something. No. It's gonna look something like this. You're usually gonna have. Okay, now we currently have 19 apparently, but you will normally have like 5 to 10 maybe rank 4s and 1 rank 5, right? Especially if you are the second alliance and the like a lot of the people moved into the first alliance, you have to make new rank 4s. And in general, in the successful Eternal Land I had, that was on the alt. It was actually on server. What is it? God damn it! I forgot the server number right now. Whatever, it's the one that my alt is on, and like basically the entire alliance, or not the entire alliance, but the leader chose like the most trusted / like knowledgeable or whatever. He chose like 50 or 60 or 70 people who he trusted to build these things. And yes, we weren't actually building them on our own until we had like insane amount of the resources. You should have like 10, 15 maybe people who are who know what they are doing. And or you can, but it's a very good idea to actually have a lot more people able to do it if they are told to, for instance, especially if you have different time zones. Like it's very unlikely that your whole server, your whole alliance is gonna be from the same time zone, or even in that was the case, then you might want some people who are up during the night, for instance, so that they are able to build, so they are able to grow your power zone as you need it, so you are able to replace your dead power plants, and in general, because the building objectives are actually one of the easiest to complete. These objectives, they participate in constructing alliance buildings for 10 minutes up to 1000 minutes, are one of the easiest things to complete. They are actually the easiest way to get the big signets, like by far the big tokens. You can get 2 of them. And it's pretty much impossible for another, server to block you from doing that. Only like your other alliances in your server would be able to do that by attacking you constantly, but you will still be able to do this if you're active enough. And if your alliance is active enough with enough rank 4s building enough stuff. So that's the thing. Like once you have got enough of the resources that you no longer miss them anymore, you will very much. I'm gonna just try if there isn't the resource here. I don't see it here. Okay, whatever. But you will very much be able to build more power plants for people, by anyone, anywhere they want, just so that people can get this done. If they didn't do it, if they didn't get it done, if someone was missing, if they had birthdays, work, whatever, you need as many people able to make those power plants as possible just for that as well. So like for instance on the last day, it doesn't happen what happened to me here, because I wasn't active on my alt obviously during it. I was trying to be active on my main before I gave up, and then I asked, well guys, can someone build this for me? can you like start the building for me? But there wasn't really anyone there who could do it. Anyone active anyways, because like it wasn't the main alliance on the server. I didn't move because it was my alt, and etc, etc. So yeah, that's the third thing, or third/fourth, because like the first two are sort of merged together. Yeah, so that's pretty much the most important things for your alliance to take care of before Eternal End even starts. And you can join my Q&A if I ever make it, or live stream. I don't know if it's gonna be like a recording of a live talk on Discord, if it's gonna be like a live stream where people ask me through chat. I'm gonna see about that. We'll see. Or you can just check my Eternal End, the info, the channel that I showed you. I'm gonna be adding more things there as the days progress, as I try to make these videos. It's a lot of, okay, it's actually kind of a lot of work, okay? Like, this video is 16 minutes. Every video which is like more than 5 minutes is usually like half an hour or hour or more of work, because you have to edit it, replace it, restart it if you failed, etc., or then edit it together, make this thumbnails and everything. So anyway, processes, blah blah blah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. You can comment in the comments, and I will be adding more things into that channel as the time progresses. So thank you guys, and have a wonderful day.